What's this?
Hello, welcome back to the Freak Show. Bumpy McSquigums here. I want to thank you all for joining me as I continue with my Let's Play of Expeditions Viking. Yeah. So we just beat down some peeps. We kind of protected our town, and we have the dude Gunnar locked up and tied off somewhere. And yeah, we all survived. Nobody got hurt. It's good. It's good. It's really good. Really, 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 really good. All right, so what do we have? We have... The first sword your father forged. It's not a great weapon, but it's not a bad first effort. Let's talk to Mama. Rurik cracks the door open, holding a knife behind his back. Seeing your face, he steps away from the door to let you in. You're alive! Of course I'm alive. Your mother grasps both your arms as though to make sure they're still firmly attached. And you're in one piece. Oh, thank the spirits. Are you both unscathed? Yeah, we're fine. Those two brutes came in here and pilfered the silverware, but they didn't harm us. You didn't even try to fight them, Rurik? It's good you offered no resistance. They knew how to fight. Rurik shakes his head and sighs deeply. If I were more like you, I could have stopped them. Eh. Your mother puts a hand on Rurik's shoulder, and he places his hand on hers. Don't trouble yourself. Tell me, what happened outside? Is everyone safe? We beat the raiders, and we've captured their leader. Astrid pulls you into a warm embrace. I'm so proud of you. You are truly your father's son. Is that good? I think that's good. That's probably good, right? Something is amiss. Why were the beacons not lit in the warning, and the timing is so very convenient for our enemies? Perhaps we should talk to the giant now that he is at our mercy. He led them here. He must be able to tell us why. See what you can find out. I have Rurik here to help me clean up this mess. Alright, let's go talk to the Gigantor. Good old Gunnar, the peaceful. He's peaceful. A raiding person who's peaceful, it doesn't make a lot of sense. It's fine. It's probably okay. I know we got some more points. Maybe we should spend those points. Maybe. Alright, so we got what? A total of 10. It was you that we wanted to spend points on more than anyone else. I wanted to get that impenetrable shield thing. That sounds really cool. So we're going to do that. Let's go check some passive skills. You don't have a lot of passive. Let's see here. Has a chance that the enemies will target the character. Don't want that. I want to be able to maneuver around. Rebuke will also apply the knockdown status effect to an enemy. That's interesting. Move around without incurring as long as you don't disengage. Alright, that's the one that I want. I want to get that on everybody. Did I not get that on her? I thought I did, but I felt like she still got kicked in the face when I tried that. I know I have that, right? Yeah, I do have that. And you could probably do that, but... Point blank, ranged attacks have a 100% critical chance when the target is in melee range. That sounds cool. Let's get that. Especially if we can stun them or hold them. Then we just be like, just like draw back the bow right in the dude's face. You know, it's awful. We're terrible, terrible people. Alright, we need to interrogate Gunnar. Those filthy beasts attacking us out of nowhere like that. Meh. I say meh. Let's go talk to Kveld. So, you beat Asleefer, did you? That's impressive. I must admit that I thought he'd win. But I'm just as glad to see you're both alive and well. Can you repair my damaged equipment? This is the repairing menu. This may be the only simple menu in the game. Savor it. Here you'll be able to select the weapons you want to repair during a shift. The amount of items you can repair is only limited by your available resources. During a shift? Huh. And the vendor apparently has fair prices. Can we repair all? Select all, repair all. So 5 salvage and 500 valuables. That's super expensive. Alright, whatever. That should last a while, alright. Is everything well with you in the smithy? Depending on what you need me to do, yes. I have everything I need to make carving knives, repair bristles, or fix slave collars. If you need weapons or armor, you'll have to find a better equipped smith. Old Hanar in Ribe has a fine smithy. You should be able to handle any request you might have. Could you make weapons or armor if I get you the equipment you need? I could. It's not my skill that holds me back. It's the tools. So, how about this weather, eh? Yes, the frost has lasted very long this year. This time last year, the snow droplets had already started sprouting. Sorry, the snowdrops already started sprouting. At least the forge keeps me warm, so my work isn't impaired much. I need some equipment from you. To you. Gosh. It's one of those days, guys. It's fine. Crafting. This is the crafting menu. Crafting covers this, converts salvage into weapons or hides into armor. These are the crafting skills of the herdman who's crafting. The skill rank determines the maximum item tier you can build, and which in turn determines the total resource cap for each type of weapon. Sounds complicated. Start by selecting which type of item you want to craft. You can only craft armor and helmets if you have the armor smithing skill. I want to craft an axe. We can't seem to modify it at all. It's a tool axe, and it costs too much money. Like, we can't actually craft it. Max tier and resource cap is 2. Well, is there any way we can sell items to you? No, I'll talk to you later, I guess. Doesn't look like we can sell anything. Maybe the only thing we can do is break stuff down. That might be the case. We'll break stuff down to its like raw material and then use it? I don't know. Let's figure I'd take a look around, see if there's anything else to do before we go and talk to the big man. Nope, looks like this is pretty much it. Alright. Gunnar the Peaceful, tied to a stake out in the middle of the cold. We're really hospitable people. Someone has tied Gunnar to a pole in the middle of an animal pen. He must have been standing in the mud for at least 3 hours, yet he stands straight and looks you in the eyes when you approach him. Had a nice night? I've had less charming mates. The huge man pauses for a moment to adjust his weight against the pole. We didn't have a chance to be properly introduced. I am called Gunnar the Peaceful. I am an Ulfheden. From Vestfold in the north. I assume you are the Thane of this village. I am LD, son of Falki, and I am indeed the Thane here. Tell me, LD, son of Falki, why am I still alive? What is an Ulfheden? We are chosen warriors of Odin. We go into battle with no coat of armor. Instead, we wear wolf pelts and become mad as beasts. You are honored to be under Odin's protection. Guided by the wrath of the Allfather, I have slain many men. Neither fire nor iron has any effect on me. It's a powerful pact. Well, I can offer you a way out of this, depending on how you answer my next question. I will make my words count, Thane. Why did you attack my village? Your defenses are weak, no palisades, the barest excuse for earthworks. You're a tempting target. Sense, nope. Enough playing around. Here's what I believe happened. You want me to believe you sailed down from Kaupang to steal my mother's jewelry? And how is it the beacons weren't lit? What is your relationship to Thane's Skullcleaver? How is it the beacons weren't lit? Perhaps the watchmen were doing a crap job of keeping watch. In their defense, we were being very quiet. You want me to believe that you sailed all the way down here to steal the jewelry? He shrugs, emotion not unlike an oak bending in a gale. Your village lies along a major trade route. I assume you would be wealthy. I know you're lying, so I'll make you an offer. Reveal who sent you, and I swear you will go free. What is your relationship to Skule? His expression remains totally blank. I've never heard of the man. Is he some big deal down here? As you know, I'm not exactly from these parts. Alright, I know you're lying. Tell me who sent you. The Ulfheden regards you through squinted eyes. You swear it. What is such an oath worth to me? Then he nods. Well, alright, I accept your offer. I met Skullcleaver on Orkneyjar, and he swore your village was a worthwhile target, wealthier than the painted ones, and far less fierce. He was either lying or mistaken. What is Orkneyjar? Smile creeps across Gunnar's lips, and he leans forward slightly. You've heard stories of the islands to the west across the sea? Orkneyjar are the northernmost of those islands. Many Northmen have come to take land from the tribes that live there. There are stories of a great kingdom to the south with great concentrations of wealth and little in the way of defenses. We never made it that far south. Perhaps I will return to those islands and explore further in the future. And who are the painted ones? They are the tribes who live in the north on the isles across the sea. They're called Picts. Their weapons are poor and their homes are primitive by our standards, but they fight fiercely and they live in harsh conditions. All in all, they're not a worthwhile target for raids, but their lands are fertile, and so we've been able to keep them in check. Okay, I can discuss my findings with my confidants. You better be telling the truth. I'll be back when I've decided what to do with you next. Thank you. You're not so bad after all, Wolfheadden. I'll discuss my findings with my confidants, and we'll talk later. That's the one. Don't forget your oath, Thane LD. I'll be awaiting my release. Ha! Oh, will you? Probably. I should have seen the connection. Yeah, Thane Skule mentioned his ties to Kaupang at the feast, and here's a group of Northmen attacking us out of the blue. What does he stand to gain from this? He must intend to weaken us ahead of the next Althing. He's a slimy viper playing political games. I won't stand for it. I don't know, but we won't find out by standing around and talking. I don't know. Well, we should take this to Astrid and hear what she thinks. Right, she knows Skule a lot better than we do. The plot thickens. Return to your longhouse and let your mother know what you found. We can talk to Kaveld again. Let's do that. Okay, nope. Okay, so he's just essentially a vendor at this point. Nothing more than that. I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. Alright, let's go talk to Mama Dearest. What's up, Mama? Did the man talk? What did you find out? Skullcleaver is behind us. He's been working against us for months. Thane Skule has been on the islands across the sea. He recruited the Northmen there. Our neighbors are conspiring to weaken us. Skule is the cause? Then it's worse than I thought. How? The Northmen have started settling in the isles across the sea. Skule met the raiders there and convinced them that we were easy pickings. And we were. This raid was our own fault. Our defenses are inadequate. We'll deal with that later. Skule's acting against us. Do you know what that means? We'll try to get control of our clan from Sigurd at the next Althing. Skule is a powerful enemy. We have no standing to defeat him. We'll find no help against Skule. Nobody would risk it. He'll try to take control of our clan. That must be his ultimate plan, yes. This gives him almost a year to weaken us further in the eyes of the king, and nobody will help us against him. As she speaks, she counts on her fingers. He holds great favor with the king, so we can expect no political protection. Further, Yelling is a large territory with many fine warriors, so we can't possibly face him in battle. Or Jelling, if you prefer that. Third, he all but controls trade with Kaupang, a route so profitable as to rival the trade from Saxony through Ribe. Well, we have almost a year until the next Althing. There must be something we can do. Why resist? We're already subjects of King Sigurd. Skule will just be another link to the chain that binds us. We cross the sea, plunder the unprotected coast I've heard so much about. We must seek political allies elsewhere. The great kingdom across the sea with their support. We might resist the attempts to subjugate us. We need to build our own trade routes. Skule has Kaupang. We'll need to get the isles across the sea. So, our choices here, and I'm sorry for clearing my throat there, guys. Our choices here is we go, we slaughter everyone, and we loot and plunder our way across the isles on the other side of the sea. We can search for political allies across the sea on the isles and see if we can't get that great kingdom to join our cause, or we can build our trade route. So murder, politics, or trade seems to be our three choices. Huh. I like the idea of murder. It's weird because I tend to play the more good, noble person, but I still want to kill stuff and headbutt it with my face. So we're going to plunder. Don't talk like that. Sigurd only asks that we maintain a worship and a crew. He collects no taxes. He doesn't interfere with the... Oh, I'm sorry. I hit the wrong button. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Do you think Skule would be so magnanimous? My apologies. I meant to hit 2. I hit 1. We plunder. Everyone stops to consider the implications. Dark looks are exchanged, heavy with doubts and worry, but nobody appears able to come up with a compelling alternative. Finally, your mother sighs. I see no other option. Your first act as Thane will be to leave your clan just like your father? Nefia rolls her eyes so hard Sleeper can almost hear them strain in their sockets. Do you have anything to contribute other than more complaints about Falky? Do you have a rebuttal offer to offer better than nuh-uh? I know you're sworn to serve, LD, but if you're so afraid to leave, I'm sure you can convince the Thane to let you stay. Sleeper crosses his arms and shifts his weight impatiently. I'll follow if so ordered. In fact, I'll be glad to go. However, our duties lie here with the clan. There won't be a clan much longer if we don't do something to counter Skule. Think about the glory we might find across the sea, the treasure, the battles! We're not going for glory, we're going to save the clan. The Skalds will sing of our deeds for years to come. Shut up, all of you. The decision is mine and mine alone. We're going to save the clan. I may not agree with your decision, but I respect your reasoning. I am with you. Well, then we must begin to make preparations immediately. We have 2 months until spring. You'll need a new ship and a real Heerd to crew it. Your housecarls alone won't be enough. We need cargo to trade. If trade is what we're planning, we should ask Thorfinn if he's up to the task of building a longship. There are a few fighting men left in the clan. We must leave some to protect the village. We should bring trade goods, but what little wealth father left us was spent on the feast. I do not intend to do any trading. Good. We've got a plan. Now, let's see if he can build us a longship. If I know Thorfinn at all, he's been dreaming of such a task for a long, long time. There are a few fighting men left in the clan, but we must leave some to protect the village. Maybe we should consider asking Gunnar to join us. That's a good idea. Are you mad? That is mad, but it might not be a bad idea. You saw him fight. We want men like that on our side. Can we trust him? He's a brute, but if he'll swear fealty, he'll be our brute. Consider his present situation. I'm sure he can be won over. Well, we'll give him a chance, but we need more crew than just him. You'll need at least a crew of 10 for a longship. If you'll take my advice on this, go to the market in Ribe and make your plans public. Many have heard the stories of that bountiful coast. You should find no shortage of volunteers. We should bring trade goods, but what little wealth father left us was spent on the feast. I have an idea for that. Nefia rubs the bridge of her nose. I'm sure I know what you're going to suggest. Remember Idis told us about that ancient grave of Funin, where they say king and queen were buried with all their wealth? Yeah, I knew it. That's true, we could sell the loot and fill the whole ship with cargo. If that story were true, the grave would have been robbed generations ago. Well, let's at least talk to Idis about it and ask what she thinks. It's worth looking into. I'm not chasing fairy tales halfway across the country. It's worth looking into. It does sound whimsical, but Idis is wise and well-grounded. Talking to her wouldn't hurt. Good, we've got a plan. Then begin the preparations, my son. I'll start pulling some strings so we can learn more about Skule's activities and plans. Cool. I'll hate to see you leave, but I know you'll do your father proud. Your brother and I will watch over the clan in your absence. Sweet. Wow, we just got a whole bunch of stuff to do. Some pretty cool stuff. Let's go talk to our bro here. Rurik. He greets you with a smile as always, but it's not reflected in his eyes. How's it going, brother? You seem a bit dour since the raid. Have you been keeping an eye on the clan for me? Your brother holds your gaze for a moment, then he lets out a long breath. I knew you said I acted correctly, but it just doesn't feel that way. I remember that failure whenever my mind is idle, and I can't help it. I keep reliving the helplessness I felt. I see the way others look at me. They say nothing, but they think I'm weak, unmanly. They're right. A man who can't protect his family is no man at all. The others are wrong. I'm your brother, and I know your strength, the strength of your wisdom and your kindness. Then become a man. I've always been here to protect you when Falky was away. Now you must learn to protect Mother when I leave. The others are wrong. Wisdom and kindness, not the qualities of a warrior. That's why you're Thane instead of me. In a better world, you would be a great thing. Wisdom and kindness are qualities any ruler should possess, but we've been given a world where strength of arm is all people respect. You weren't born to rule nor to fight. And there's no shame in that. Don't worry about what's expected of you. Just stay true to yourself. In a better world. It's clear that your brother sees the truth in your words, but it doesn't appear to make him feel any better. You've hit the nail on the head there, I think. I simply don't belong. I never have. The darkness seems to settle over him. The sooner I face that, the sooner I'll find a way forward. Thank you for being straight with me. You're a good brother. I am a good brother, aren't I? Just don't ask my brother or my sister if that's true. Alright, have you been keeping an eye on the clan for me? Of course. If you can spare a moment from your preparations, you should talk to Bjorgdis. Ifura has been getting worse, it seems. Alright, I'll get back to it. Let's talk again later. Alright, the frail one is updated, and yeah, looks like we're able to leave. So you'll see what our town has to offer. And we'll probably end up breaking off the episode shortly thereafter so we don't get entangled into like a giant thing. I might go and talk to the brute, as it were.
I heard you're leaving.
Oh.
I want to join you.
Oh. The witch's apprentice accosts you outside your longhouse. Why do you wish to join? Do I really need a reason? No, but if you have one, I want to hear it. It's just time to leave, you know? I owe a lot to old Hulda, but I've learned all I can from her, and I still don't know enough. I hear it's a big world out there. It'll be a dangerous trip. You'll have to contribute. Well, do you think there's a small chance some of you might get hurt on this really dangerous trip? You know, these herbs aren't just for making people sick, right? Speak plainly. Hulda trained you as a healer? Of course, that's what witches do, you know? Well, sure, I'll be glad to have you on board. She smiles, and it's a proper smile for one, showing teeth and everything. Thank you. I'll find someone to take care of Hulda while I'm gone. Cool, we got Roskva to join us. Cool. Alright, let's go talk to Gunnar, and then that's going to do it. Let's see if we can't convince him to join us. Gunnar is still where you left him. A hog is curiously sniffing his pants. Good to see you again. Have you decided what to do with me? I have an offer for you. I want you to join my Heerd. I swore you would go free, and I intend to keep my word. I don't care where you go, but you better get out of my town. You attacked my people, and if you thought I'd let you live, you're unbearably naive. I have an offer for you. I accept. I didn't expect this to be so easy. Then you may now consider yourself a resident of Skjern. Ha! Why would I reject such an offer? You showed remarkable prowess in defeating my men. I would love to fight by your side. Catil cuts Gunnar's ropes. We'll find you a place to stay. For now, we can at least get you out of this pig pen. The Ulf Hedden stretches, squeezes his wrist to get the blood flowing again, then puts out a huge hand to seal the deal. I swear before Odin to follow you wherever you ask and serve you with my life. We've done it! We are superheroes! We now have a fairly sizable Heerd. Oh, I'm excited. This game is going to be so good. It's already good, but it's going to be so much better as we continue on. But alas, I must end it here, folks. That's going to do it for today's episode. It's a little bit of a shorter one, but that's okay. We will get back into this. I think this is supposed to run through Tuesday, so one more episode and then a break and then back on the weekend. That's the plan anyway. Plans always go awry, so who knows? Who knows? Anyway, folks, until the very next episode, my name's Bumpy McSquigums. Thank you so much for stopping by the Freak Show, and I will see you later.